Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios, and it has been quite a while, as is the case these days with my video updates, and I hope you're all doing well. Whoa, why are you looping? You guys know who I am. Stop looping. You know, I've been doing these videos for like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years on my channel, and I swear every year I just get less professional than the last, and older. Check this out, I swear. Look at this video from when I was young. Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios, and it has been quite a while, as is the case these days with my video updates, and I hope you're all doing well. Whoa, why are you looping? You guys know who I am. Stop looping. You know, I've been doing these videos for like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years on my channel, and I swear every year I just get less professional than the last, and older. Check this out, I swear. Look at this video from when I was young. This is me 6 years ago. Crazy. Talking about swords and sandals or something like that. But this is, that's me 6 years ago. And this is me now. This is like, look, there's gray in my hair, gray in my beard. This is what having kids does to you. And, you know, being older, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Kids give you so much, but they do demand a lot. And, you know, I'm not blaming the kids for my gray hairs. It's just naturally getting older. But, you know, I'm sure there's some of it is there. Hey, I've got a beanie today. It's freezing, and fingerless gloves. So looking a bit like a sailor or a vagrant or something. Yeah, as they say, a life on the pier is a life lived in fear. Sailor speak. What's been going on? A lot has been going on. Guess what? I finished Gorgon Shield. It's done. I completed the build on Friday night and submitted it to Steam. So that will be launched in about a month, a little over a month. The game will be live and ready for you guys to download and play and everything. So there you go. I started working on that about a year and a bit ago in May. And it took me, was 13 months now, but I'm going to say a year because I just had about a month of other stuff to do, you know. So there you go. Gorgon Shield, 1 year in development. Was it worth it? The pause did everything. I'm going to do a rundown video on Gorgon Shield once it's launched, and we'll see how I'm going to break down my thoughts on it. But, you know, I'm proud of it, and I hope you guys like it as well. It was part of the Steam Nextfest, actually, just a week or two ago, and I was even talked about that about now. Let's have a look. So as most of you would know, the Steam Nextfest is the huge festival that goes on showing off all the upcoming games for the next, you know, to be released in the next few months. And Gorgon Shield was, of course, part of that. In the past, the Nextfest was a huge thing. You could really boost your game. It's now even bigger, and there's over 1,800 games in this particular Nextfest. And because of that, a lot of games get lost in the shuffle, and I think Gorgon Shield was no exception. At one point, I did get 2 live streams where you could, you know, show off your game to everybody and, you know, be on the front page and everything. And at that point, I had, you know, over 1,000, maybe even 1,200 people looking at the game. And I think that was, you know, it was really good for exposure. I started off with about 3,500 wish lists, and towards the end, I had about, you know, 4,300 or something. If I show you this chart here, wish list activity. This was the Nextfest, here to about here. The live stream was about here this day, and so got about 180 wish lists or so that day, and another one a few days later. Altogether, you know, around about, I'm going to say there's a bit, maybe 800 wish lists. This one here, this is before the wish list, before the festival. My Chinese publishing partner, Gamersky, did a really cool video that went viral in China and got over 400 views for the day. So they're going to be doing a bit more promotion. Right now, I'm sitting at about 4,500 wish lists, which is, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going to set the world on fire. And I'd love to get, you know, 5,000 or more before the launch. So if you haven't wish listed the game yet, I'd really appreciate it. Every wish list helps. You know, if you get, you know, the magic numbers, they say is, you know, no one really knows, and it's all about wish list velocity and all sorts of things. If you can get over 7,000, you're probably going to be in the popular upcoming games. 5,000, you might sneak in on a quiet day. Gorgon Shield needs all the help it can get. Let's be honest. I'm proud of it, but it has not quite captured the public zeitgeist at this stage. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, and I'm okay with that. And I'm proud of making it. But anyway, I'm going to do a proper recap of this game down the road. But hey, look, it's done. It's such a great feeling to have something finished. Every time you finish a game, it's always like you can exhale for a little while. And with about a month until the game launches, I'm feeling really good just that I can, the game's done and I can relax a bit, press launch when it's time to launch, and then, do a bit of bug fixing and balancing whatever after launch. But, it's just, it's these games become your, all-encompassing passion for the time you build them. And sometimes it can be hard to know when it's done and when to let go. But once you do, you kind of, the importance of them recedes a little bit, and the everything doesn't feel quite as dramatic. You can just kind of relax and not think about it all the time. And if a game is a failure, you can make peace with yourself with that. And I've had enough failures in my game dev career and a few successes that allowed me to keep going, and that I'm able to weather the storm when a game doesn't do as well as you hope it might. Not saying Gorgon Shield won't, but it's an uphill battle. All right, all this talking has warmed me up, but I've got hat hair. Look at this. It's been electrified. So what is next? As the thumbnail asks, what's next for me? I got something big brewing. I'm really excited. I can't tell you just yet, but in the coming weeks, I will be announcing my next venture, and it's not something you guys can predict. It's not something I've ever mentioned before, and it's something that just fell into my lap in the last few weeks, and I'm beyond excited to be part of this. And there's going to be an announcement. First of all, let me say it's not Swords and Sandals. Nothing to do with Swords and Sandals. Okay, so just to quell that, I had thoughts about doing some Swords and Sandals Redux stuff. That will probably happen in the future, but for now, that is on the back burner because this new project is going to be all-encompassing, and I cannot wait to show you. But before that, the next week or so, I'm going to be heading back to the world of Swords and Sandals just to do a little bit of admin stuff. I want to fix up the Tome of Lore, which, is the big document. Let me show you. Here it is. This is actually in edit mode. It's basically, you go to swordsandsandals.com, and there you go. This is, you get all the information about the history of Swords and Sandals and all the games and everything. I haven't edited this in ages. So long. The actual original document is, 5 years old, but I was up to Swords and Sandals 3, okay, and I almost finished it. And this morning I started work on updating stuff about the undead great beast, who is one of the champions of Swords and Sandals 3. And to be honest with you, I've forgotten so much about Swords and Sandals. I've actually had to go back to the old files and check out what's been going on. And it's a bit of a problem in that because I've forgotten so much, I sort of contradict myself or I omit information. And it's good to write this stuff down, but you guys, the fans, can please, if you see anything here that contradicts itself or doesn't make sense or you think I should add, once you see this document, you can just, email me or whatever, or write comments in my videos saying, hey, can you update this? Or even easier, come and join the Sword and Sandals Discord, because at the Discord, you can talk to me directly, which is really cool. So I'm going to be doing this over the next few days. I'd like to update Sword and Sandals 4 a little bit more, and Sword and Sandals 5 and Sword and Sandals 6. We'll see if we get to that. It's a lot to do. Depends on how sort of motivated I am. I said I'd get it done, and I want to get it done for you guys as soon as I can. So that will be coming up very soon, and I'm working on it today, so I should hopefully get that done this week. I'm also doing a kind of cool thing for Sword and Sandals Classic Collection, which I might as well tell you now. I'm adding some fan mods to the game, and they will be part of a big update in the game in August. And so you'll be able to load up the Classic Collection on Steam and play the classic versions, but also I think maybe 3 or 4 really cool fan mods that some of the most dedicated Sword and Sandals modders have made over the years. Some really, really excellent mods for Swords and Sandals 3 in particular, and there maybe even be one for 2, and 1 or 2 other surprises in there. And as those mods come in over the years, I will add them once they're approved by me and the moderators. We'll add them to the fan mods, and they add all sorts of crazy things, completely changing the tournaments, the way the game is played, and everything. They're of course, officially unofficial. I can't support them or anything. If there's bugs, balancing, whatever, you play them at your own risk. But I think they're going to be fun for the people who have explored as much as they can over the classic Sword and Sandals games and want more challenge and more variety. This is for you guys, and that will be coming, I think, in August. I think that will go live. So a little love for Swords and Sandals in a very quiet Sword and Sandals year. Look at my hair. It's nuts. I just caught a glimpse of it again. Big shout out to my humble, ever dwindling group of Patreon supporters. You guys are the best, though. Cavity number 1, Dane Simino, Brandon K, Noah Goodishan, X Up Omega, Jeffro of Hex 3D, Hopeless, Lewis Fugel, Noram, and Madam Chulupski. Those numbers might have grown or shrunk in the last week or two, and if I missed you, I apologize, and I'll add you in the next video. The Patreon is, it's one of those things I would love to be able to dedicate more to. It's, you get a newsletter when I can do them, and I will put you as part of future projects. You get a Steam key for Sword and Sandals games, and this is just basically to show your support for me and the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry I don't do enough for you guys. When to sell the Patreon? But if you'd like to be a Patreon, that would make my day, and it would also make the Patreon Armorer's Day. There he is, Thargan. That would make my day. Get down! So yeah, the Patreon, join now. Leave a link below. And he wonders why he doesn't have many subscribers anymore. Hey, I've got over 10,000 now. Can you believe it? But anyway. So huge. Well, for me, big announcement in the coming weeks once I get sort of all the the logistics sorted out. Be announcing that, and there's another game I want to work on with my eldest boy Isaac, and I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, but we got a little game plan together, which is going to be a fun one. We're building that over the next few years when we have time, and I'm going to be talking about that. I'd like to get out for a hike. I really am missing the wilderness. I did the big Oxfam trail walk or hike this time a year ago with a little longer than a year ago with actually, no, a little less than a year ago with some really good friends of mine. We got out on the trails and hiked for about 60 kilometers. I did the 100K one years before that, but that was my third one. Unfortunately, the Oxfam Trail Walker is no longer in Sydney. The last one was last year. So I really have been missing the trail, and there's been so much going on in my personal life just with, family health and stuff that's just kind of just been, that's made things really, I haven't had a lot of time for myself, but with Gorgon Shield now done and things kind of, we're on top of things, we're managing things. I'm looking forward to getting out on the trail, and hopefully you can record a video just where I can just talk to you guys in a bit more long form, and just get out and just what's the word? I just need to unwind a little and let my thoughts, yeah. So that will be coming up in, hopefully let's get that scheduled for the next few weeks. It's been rainy and cold, so, but it's still beautiful weather. I'm not that far from it. I literally live 10 minutes from this beautiful place called the Great North Walk, and it's just stunning. So I want to get out and do that real soon too. So yeah, that's what's next. I know a lot of you guys weren't that interested in Gorgon Shield, so I think the last year or so of videos has probably been pretty tough. I can apologize for that. I promise you, if you like role-playing games, if you're into, classic role-playing, I think you're going to like my next project. It's not Swords and Sandals, but it's going to be fun. All right, my friends, until next video, which may be an announcement, we'll see. I want to say thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for subbing and all the rest. And the little subscribe now video thing didn't even come up. Come up. There it is. Subscribe now. Or not. Subscribe for more of this professionalism. Look, hey guys, thank you so much for all your amazing comments of support and everything. Those who have asked about my health, I'm good. I'm fine. I had a second colonoscopy just a couple of weeks ago, just to follow through with everything. Hey, who knew, right? Yeah, if you'd been following along with my health and everything, I'm good. I'm clear. I'm fit as a fiddle, and I'm ready to take on the challenges ahead for my family, and I'm looking forward to beating these things. And we're good. I'm going to talk a bit more about that stuff in a future video. I think when I'm ready to talk to the world about what's been going on. Game dev has been a real respite for me, a place of where I can escape the real world for a little while. And I'm really thankful to still have this. And when things are hard, I like to be able to create and provide joy for other people, through my games, and also provide for my family financially. So I'm really looking forward to the next chapter of that. I got another video I want to do soon as well about imposter syndrome, and I had a lot of that during the Nextfest and during the development of Gorgon Shield, and I want to talk about that. That's a really big one. Maybe we'll talk about that on the trail. I think that might be a good one to do. So stick with me, and I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great week, everybody, and hope your life is going well for you and you're not alone. Until next time, my friends, bye for now.